love me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, the Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, it's how we music, nigga.
I showed my dope man an alibi. Yeah. In the big and the daddy car. Life is hard, you heard?
Yeah, YouTube users, you know this my guy. Wait, I ain't gotta say that. Smash that like button, y'all. Yeah, this is live. It's time to cook, y'all. Let's go.
Me in the streets, we had a conversation. Being broke was the motivation. They said they love me, but they really hate it. Me in the streets had a conversation. Me in the streets, we had a conversation. Being broke was the motivation. They said they love me, but they really hate it. Me in the streets had a conversation. I got a ball and went and found a lot. God gave me a pill, Satan gave me a Glock. I met her once, she gave me the top. Of your life, you wanted or not. Being broke was the motivation. Go through all the pain that I couldn't make. I told Satan, suck a dick, I went and lost my faith. I was taught if you want it, then go and take it. I see it's worth the minds. I got enemies, in other words, obstacles. Gotta bleed. I Glock 9, a real so the need. I was sitting in the bin crying on my knees.
Oh.
I sat down and had a drink with me. I was thinking if my mama do, she think of me. My mama told me see my daddy when she look at me. Even though I love my aunt, I turned her to a fiend. My nightmares, they turn into a dream. Yeah. My money thoughts turn into a scheme. And they think that life's a game. And the shooting got no aim. I popped the bean and then I left the earth. And I had a gun, he kept it in his purse. My youngin' shot that, put him in the rush. I'm a rider, mirror tints on a black hearse. White man don't understand that being black hurts. Mama crying on the steps in front of a church. Tripping is solidified. Yeah, I see my brother die. Little wanna slide. They ready for the homicide. Lord, take the pain away. And sing a lullaby. Ran from parole, I had to hustle, I ain't never hide. Tripping in the beacon, I was tweaking, I ain't never cried. Real multiplied, we don't never die. 100 grand flat in the streets, I had you dead. 100 round jump, big choppy, I'll behead. You used to get beside me, signs couldn't find me. See, we was in the trenches and the just living grimy. Yeah, getting too much money up the hill, they tried to line me. Dominican, she freaky, give me toppy in the lobby. Yeah, you pushing, well, you swiping cards. Yeah, I spin the block like I spin the yard. Yeah, you stay inside or you catch a charge. My nigga pray to God because they life is hard. My niggas in the Bing wishing they was home. Been there, done that. You were not alone. Me in the streets, we had the conversations. Being broke was the motivations. They said they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had the conversations. Me in the streets, we had the conversations. Being broke was the motivations. They said they love me, but they really hate me.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? I say, hey, hey, hey. I say, hey. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate everybody for pulling up in the building tonight. You know we got to talk about this one. We got to talk about this one. I see my guys up in the building. I see my gals up in the building. Y'all can hear me crystal clear. Anybody but a dead body. Do me a favor. Hit me with some dice cubes so I can get to the top and shout it out for everybody that typed in the building so far. For everybody that's pulling up, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this live. Grown folks conversation. Ignorance over intelligence over here. If y'all missed that, yo, Angie, do me a favor and drop that vertical talk link with Frankie Boo. If y'all missed that vertical talk yesterday with me and Frankie Boo, please go check it out. Discovering the true meaning of Memorial Day and the black people that contributed behind it. He has sent me some literature, and I'm going to talk about it too before I get into all this, you know what I'm saying? Angie, baby! Is in the building. Appreciate you, East New York. Thank you, sis. L Plog is in the building. Yo, Plog, you sent me something and it wouldn't let me see it. Whatever it is, send that shit back because I know it was something creative. Number one, we got my man GP. Says salute, big dice. And the chat. I'm going to listen in the bushes doing a double shift. Get that bread, beloved. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Chief red hair, brown eyes. My brother from another mother. We connected by White Castles. He's in the building. Y'all know Angie Baby is in the building. We got my sister, East New York. 318 in the building. We got AP, Old Brooklyn, East New York in the building, back to back East New York. We got Miss Queen Gigi. Appreciate y'all. Got my favorite YouTube content creator right there. Big DS1 Ross the boss. Sheep stay sleep. And we got, I shot my name. I sell my name. Oh no, my goodness. Name back in the building. Hey, name. El Plaga is in the building. Hollywood, I see you. We got the voice of the streets, the Michael Jordan of recording, the real Big Fruit podcast up in the building. OG Bobby is in the building. Peace to the God. We got Miss Tanja. You was in there yesterday. Angie, y'all was in there yesterday. Now see, we get one of them. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Who want to get him? 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 Me or you? Who want to get him? Who gonna get him? Somebody clap that doo-doo head. Talking about this is Papoose, you doo-doo head. Top Shots, I see you in the building. Salute, beloved. I got something to talk about tonight, y'all. I got something to talk about tonight before this Knicks game, because the Knicks, I'm telling y'all this right now. I thought we was going to do it in 6, but we're going to do it in 7. They got their ways. They got the numbers on this right now. The payout for the Knicks is too crazy right now. The ticket's $1,500 a seat. $1,800 seats, $2,500 seats. This niggas out there scalping seats for $3,000. Huh? They know the payout. It's been 25 years. This right here is going to be historical. I told y'all. I've been saying this. Y'all counted me out with Boston. Then told y'all. I see Jalen Brunson. Golden Arm himself. I see Jalen Brunson standing next to Mickey Mouse with the Cuban link on. Minnie Mouse is ecstatic. But I see Jalen up there. Y'all don't understand. It's game 2 tonight. It's got to go to 7. It got to go to 7 because that's where they paper at. That moolah, that money. You know them colors right there. That's the colors we're going to be rocking tonight. Anybody, if y'all see it switching back and forth like this, that ain't got nothing to do with what them Knicks colors. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are now rocking with the best. Big Dice the Ruler. And I don't know how many of y'all been doing it, but I've been outside since Calvin Coolers. Remember that? If y'all remember Calvin Coolers, put it up in the chat. If you remember Calvin Coolers, you got to remember Bottles and James. Pay attention, y'all. That soul is still out in the street. You see, I was the first one to show y'all this contract. This was a real contract from back in the days, y'all. Made in the 20s and shit like that. It said, sell your soul. I hereby agree to sell my one and only mortal soul to the devil for the price asked. By signing this contract, I agree to surrender my soul to the devil upon expiration into a life of enslavement and torture for all eternity for the price of such and such. Please mail me a check. And you got the option right there in the box to check it if you want to sell your sister's soul. Mail a contract to Satan 666 Brimstone Ridge. Remember where y'all saw that at? You remember that, Cisco? I got some things I want to talk about tonight. Because this right here is kind of, everybody owes, and I'm dead serious right now. This has nothing to do with any joking. Everybody owes Hassan Campbell an apology that said he was lying. Everybody. Jace! See you in the building. Everybody that said Hassan Campbell was putting allegations on this man for supposedly clickbait for clicks and baits. Hey, Angel, Shot-Town in the building. That's a cold-blooded fact, Jace. Yo, we grew up listening to this man music, y'all. We grew up listening to this man music, but check this out. Hip hop pioneer Afrika Bambatta, pay attention, y'all. Hip hop pioneer Afrika Bambatta has lost a civil case suing him for child sexual abuse and trafficking after failing to show up in court. That nigga ain't even come to court. In 2021, the anonymous plaintiff alleged that the DJ and producer sexually abused and trafficked him for years, beginning in 1991, when he was 12 years old and Bambatta was 33 or 34 years old. Bambatta was born Lance Taylor, has never responded to these specific allegations, Rolling Stone reports. The Guardian has contacted representatives for Bambatta for a comment. Judge Alexander M. Tisch granted the plaintiff a default judgment without opposition in the New York State Supreme Court. Bambatta has faced numerous allegations of molesting boys. In 2016, the Democratic Party activist and former music industry executive Ronald Savage allegedly said that Bambatta had repeatedly abused him in 1980 when he was 15 years old and Bambatta was 23. In 2024, this is just recently, we talking about the dude that Ron B. Savage that be on YouTube, that everybody be joking with the big head and the lips, and the nigga be talking all that wild, crazy shit. Check this out. They said in 2024, he recanted his allegations, saying that he met with Bambatta at a club and he used fake ID to enter. Bambatta is not a pedophile. And in my eyes, he was doing something that was consensual with someone he thought that was of age, he told all of hip hop. He said, I wish back in 2016, I remembered about the fake ID. At the time, the allegations prompted more alleged victims to come forward, with Rolling Stone reporting that 12 men in a total, not including Savage, have accused Bambatta of sexual impropriety. A man claiming to be the former bodyguard from Bambatta, Shamistine Sharif Ali Bey, said that I've walked in and seen stuff where I say, yo, what the fuck is going on? He said he travels with late teens. Those are the ones he takes overseas with him. When I went with him on tour in the States, I would stay in one room and he would have boys in the other room with him. The musician denied all allegations in a 2016 interview with Fox 5 News, but left his position as the head of the Universal Zulu Nation organization. I've never abused nobody. You know, it just sounds crazy for people to say that, to hear that. You abused me. You know all my people back then. You know the hundreds of people that have been around me. If something like that happened, why you never went to none of them? This nigga been doing this shit for years, man. Facts, Giants. That's B. Stinger. That's B. Stinger. Dark Skin Beauty, I see you, sis. City Bam, I see you. That's the dude B. Stinger that beat. But check this out. I don't know if he kept it up. He just did a show some months ago saying that he spoke not to Afrika Bambatta, but to one of his men friends that told him, and they had to record it on YouTube. The guy said, yo, Bam want to know how much is this going to cost for you to forget everything. You remember that, Giants? Bam want to know how much is it going to cost for you to forget anything. So now, Ron B. Stinger, respectfully, he said, yo, you know what? Afrika Bambatta didn't do anything wrong. He said, when I got into the club and me and him did what we did, he said it was between two consensual adults. He said he had a fake ID that he wished he would have remembered. He said he don't see Afrika Bambatta as any type of pedophile or sexual predator in any sort. He said he was at the club. I guess he's over infatuated with him. He's bisexual from what he claims. And he had a little rendezvous with one of his hip hop pioneers and stars. But let me explain something to you. When Hassan Campbell expressed certain stuff, people said he was joking. I'm the only one, I think, that never played with that. Because it just didn't seem like nothing to be playing with. You know? AP said, yo, we got to have some compassion for B Stinger. Look at the damage Bam Bambaataa has done to him. That's a fact. Frank Boo, salute. Just talking about that show yesterday, man. Powerful show. Shout out to Frank Boo, man, over there at Vertical Talk. Yo, inshallah, let me tell you something. I didn't even know this. Shout out to Chip Lowe. He put up a couple of shorts today for Frank Boo. Yesterday, when me and Frank Boo started that show, Angie, you still in here? Do you remember how many subscribers that Frank Boo had, Angie? Because I told y'all, I said, yo, my man need to be monetized. You dig what I'm saying? You remember what the number I said? Let me show you how God works. The number I said yesterday, I said, my man need 100 to get to that first monetization. He was at 400 even. If I'm not mistaken, I'll pull it up right now. Pull it up right now. This is all facts. The God is at 937 motherfucking subscribers. Look how God works. Look how God works. It's time for the official to talk. Shout out to Jai Ace, man. It's time for the official to talk. That's the fact, y'all. You see, it's time for the official to be heard. The sucker shit, that shit is about to get eradicated. Y'all don't even notice the purification that's going on YouTube. It's really a purification going on YouTube right before your eyes. If you remember this 2.5, 3 years ago, this shit was disgusting. Harlem, salute, beloved. This YouTube shit was disgusting. I must say, even I took a part in that shit because of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This shit was disgusting. Now, if you ain't got no content, you're not going to survive. Shout out to Harlem. Harlem going crazy over there. Like content. Straight content. Straight content. Straight fucking content. That shit is real. And damn near, what you got, like 50? See how that shit work? Let's get into this situation right now with this man right here. If Hassan Campbell pre-warned people and he said everything, now pay attention to what pay attention to specifically what the bodyguard said. The bodyguard said a man claiming to be a former bodyguard of Bambaataa, Shamsid Sharif Ali Bey. He said, I walked in where I seen stuff and I would say, what the F is going on? He said he travels with late teens. Hassan Campbell said he was a teenager. Hassan Campbell said he was a teenager. So this is what he was praying on. We grew up, rock, rock, planet rock. Now pay attention to this. Criminally, he has not been charged with anything. Civilly, meaning, can he go to jail now? Not for this. But he has to pay out a certain amount of money. It's a civil case. Matter of fact, for example, it's just like O.J. Simpson. Rest in peace to O.J. Simpson. He was acquitted for allegedly killing Nicole Simpson, his wife, right? His family sued him for wrongful death in a civil manner pertaining to a lawsuit, and he lost. Do y'all remember that? He beat the body, allegedly, when it came to criminal prosecution. The glove don't fit, you got to acquit. But when they came back and sued him on a civil manner for wrongful death, y'all can Google this shit, he lost. AP, I can imagine the money that's around that dude. That's Afrika Bambatta. That's Afrika Bambatta. You heard they said? When he go cross seas, he got boys in the room with him. That shit is weirdo shit. They talking about Puff. Why he not getting prosecuted? Obviously, whatever evidence they produced in that court pertaining to that lawsuit was enough evidence for them to say he was guilty and he have to pay out that money. So why won't they charge him and try him? Now pay attention. He didn't even come to court. He didn't even come to court. He didn't even come to court. See, when it comes to this sex trafficking shit, yo, I'm going to share something with y'all right quick. Let's put it up. Remember, y'all heard this first. This shit is kind of different. This is a young lady right here that said she was sex trafficked. Let's hear a story right quick.
Well, today is National Human Trafficking Awareness Day, and one Metro Atlanta city is being recognized as a city of freedom for taking action against trafficking. The city of Dunwoody's mayor just signed a proclamation urging its employees and the public to help protect victims. News Edge reporter Brian Hill spoke with a survivor about making it out alive.
Dunwoody Councilman Tom Lambert says this is a problem affecting every community and people need to understand the signs of trafficking. The survivor I spoke with tells me she was trafficked for 9 months and years later she's still healing from that traumatizing experience.
And it was him with the gun to my face, and he beat me for a long time. For hours.
Lisa Marie Thomas says she was 19 years old when a boyfriend forced her into sex trafficking in 2016, along with several other girls. She had moved to Atlanta from Albany to start a singing career.
It was violence. It was to the point where I had to fear, for my life.
To prevent other people from experiencing a similar fate, the city of Dunwoody is actively targeting traffickers. Back in October, City Council approved an ordinance to make sexting operations at hotels more effective.
The problem with trafficking is it's far more widespread than people realize, and so it's in every community.
Then on Monday night, the city issued a proclamation urging city employees and residents to educate themselves on signs of trafficking and identifying victims. The proclamation makes available online training.
Okay, so if anybody's sitting there going like, what the fuck? All right, do y'all know what sex trafficking is? Do you know what the new word for sex trafficking is? Do anybody know what, when we grew up, it was called something else? It was called pimping. It was called pimping and prostitution. Pimping and hoeing. See, people think that shit is a joke. People think that shit is a joke. When you can manipulate somebody to go out and just sell their body and bring that bread back to you, oh, that's some dangerous shit right there, man. That pimping shit is very dangerous. For real. That's what sex trafficking is right now. You know, they say, hypothetically speaking, say if AP stay in Brooklyn and Miss Angel, she stays in Chicago. If they're conversing over the phone, if they're talking, and then one day AP suggests, yo, Angel, come see me. Well, I ain't coming to see you. I ain't getting on no plane like that. AP say, yo, I got the plane ticket. Once he pays for that plane ticket, round trip for Angel to come see him, when she gets to New York, check this out. This is a fact. When she gets to New York, they can go to the movies. They can go walk around Central Park. They can go to the Statue of Liberty. They can have an ambiance of ambiances. Both of them could be feeling frisky and all that. The minute they have sexual intercourse, AP can be arrested for sexual trafficking. Ain't that some shit? Consensual sex. The minute they are intimate, AP can be charged with sex trafficking. How do you get this woman that you don't know, that you met online, or you met her on Instagram, or you met her on Facebook? How did you convince a woman that you don't know after a couple of days or a couple of months to travel to New York City to see you? That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's the new definition of sex trafficking. Facts.
Training to the public, similar to what local police use.
After I started to educate myself on trafficking, and as the father of a teenage daughter, it really frightened me how easily people are lured into this.
Because of this approach, Councilman Tom Lambert says Dunwoody is now only the second city in the nation to earn.
See what my guy AP said? He said, it sounds like consenting adults to me. Shaking my head. The same thing we talking about right now is what they charging Puff with. Now check this out. Puff called California. Puff called Nebraska. Puff called Houston. Call an escort service. Pay attention. He calls an escort service women that'll do something strange for some change. Puff says, I need 20 of y'all. I'm about to send my jet over there. I need y'all over here before the morning. These women get dressed, put on their best outfits, perfume, looking good, smelling good, run to that plane, get on that plane, go to New York to Puff. The minute they participate the act of escort, in which they are actually doing in California, it's sex trafficking. You got somebody coming over here to have sex with people that you know? Nah, you can't do that. Lola, I see you. Frank Booth said it can also be a charging with affecting interstate commerce. This shit is different now. Because back in the days, when that pimping was serious, I'm from Utica Avenue. I remember the shit. Lincoln Terrace Park. People used to be blowing the horn back in the days. They were selling pussy at this spot called Dead Man Hill. Anybody know anything about Lincoln Terrace Park? That's where the prostitutes was at back in the days. They even made a movie of Willie Dynamite. Because they want to know how can some, do you understand the documentaries, Pimps Up, Hoes Down, American Pimp? They are very interested in the power of the tongue. That's a fact.
The City of Freedom Seal from Safe House Project. Safe House is a national anti-trafficking organization focused on increasing victim identification by teaching people to spot and report trafficking.
It is a long healing process.
We've told you about numerous arrests and operations related to human trafficking in the last year, including some involving children. Thomas is now a social activist and author, sharing her story to ensure other people avoid the lingering trauma she still battles daily.
I wanted to have a blueprint for other girls that are going through that, have been through that.
To find out more about the signs of human trafficking, as well as the proclamation here in Dunwoody, head over to our website, fox5atlanta.com.
Let's not think for myself. Salute, beloved. He said, facts, Dice is called the Mann Act. AP said, yo, Ludacris said he had them in all area codes. This shit is crazy. And if you pay attention to Puff trial, that's one of the main charges, sex trafficking. We're going to get into the rest of this show because we got some things to talk about. I don't know if y'all know who Assata Shakur is. Does anybody know who Assata Shakur is? Anybody in here know who Assata Shakur is? What are you saying to me, Jace? What are you saying to me, man? To go in there and watch Russell play. Anybody know about a nigga named Russell? The nigga was so cool, he ain't have no nickname. The nigga name was Russell. He just came home a few years ago, Johnny Greenlee nephew from Utica Avenue. This nigga had the prettiest finger roll I've ever seen in my life. These is facts. The nigga Russell got the prettiest finger roll. It's only one other man May he rest in peace. It's only one other man that had a finger roll that could fuck with my nigga Russell, and that was this man right here. Rest in peace to RoboCop, Sean White. If you know, you know. It's this nigga here, God bless his soul. This nigga finger roll was incredible. I really come from them ball players. Maurice Kirby, rest in peace. Tyrone Davis, like Charles Jones, you know? Like, I've been really from Ed Daventer, Junebug, Lavelle Sanders from the court building. Like, we really, Hector Rodriguez, rest in peace. We was playing ball, man. Nigga said, do I remember the pool? Angel says she knows who. Assata Shakur. Some people say is the aunt of TUPAC Shakur. Some people say is the actual mother. The physical person that gave physical birth to TUPAC Shakur. I'm going to keep it real with you. Some say Miss Assata Shakur is the aunt. Then there's some rumors and speculations that Miss Assata Shakur is the person that actually gave birth to TUPAC Shakur and handed him over to her friend, her sister. When the FBI was looking for her and some other guys, allegedly for killing state troopers. That's a fact. Yo, I told the story on St. Laz, y'all. You see what my man Frank Boo said? I told the story on St. Laz. Rob for Low Goose. Remember that name, Dice. My name. Ain't that some shit? Shout out to RoboCop for bringing my fucking coat back. Assata Shakur has been living in Cuba under the asylum where she can't get extradited back to the United States to face federal charges. She's been living there for years. Years upon years upon years upon years. Right now, oh, she's not in prison. She's not in prison, sis. She's very much free. That's right. OG says she in Cuba. What it is now they're trying to convince the president to do some type of treaty with Cuba. A favor for a favor. They have her and a couple other people brought back to the United States to face their charges, allegedly, that they've been charged with. It's always something crazy, man, when it comes to us, y'all. Remember we all seen this first.
To escape to Cuba for decades, dozens of American fugitives, murderers, hijackers, and others have been living scot-free. Well, today marks the anniversary of one murder, that of a New Jersey state trooper whose convicted killer has been living in Cuba. Our senior correspondent, Eric Shawn, reports on what's being done about that.
Peace to the God, I see you.
Well, hello, John. You know, she killed a state trooper on this day 52 years ago. And now there are new calls for President Trump to bring her and other criminals who have evaded U.S. justice back from Cuba. Colonel Pat Callahan is the superintendent of the New Jersey State Police. He commands a force of 5,000. But when he arrives at the office every morning, he looks at the photograph of one trooper on the mantle behind him. It is the portrait of Trooper Werner Forster.
He's actually with my family member, too, so I view him as a family member.
Trooper Forster was 34 years old when he was shot to death in the line of duty during a traffic stop on the New Jersey Turnpike in 1973. Black Liberation Army radical Joanne Chesimard was convicted of killing him, but then escaped from prison and fled to Cuba, where she is protected by the Havana regime to this day.
I understand it's a sovereign nation and that there's no extradition policy, but here's somebody who's murdered a Jersey trooper who lives free. And that just really is painful for law enforcement, not only in New Jersey, but across the country.
Return the fugitives from American justice, including the return of the cop killer.
Every time I say I'm fucking with Trump, he do some Goofy shit. Every time I say I'm fucking with Trump, I'm trying to fuck with him, he do some goofy shit. Miss Savannah said, I've been watching for almost a month now. Love your content, your personality, and your views. One of the best channels on YouTube, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate you sincerely. Matter of fact, this is crazy and ironically. Savannah left a message the other day, ladies. She met a message, a comment. Artists, I see you in the building. Yeah. I'm glad I got some ladies in the building because I'm doing a show. I'm going to do a show. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow night. If y'all want me to do it tomorrow night, I'll do it tomorrow night. I was going to wait till Friday, but I got a show. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can find this message right quick because I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. I want you to hear this. This was a comment that was kind of special. It was kind of special. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Okay. Miss Savannah left me a message. We gonna do it tomorrow then, Angel. She left a message. Check this out, ladies. It's a lady speaking to y'all. She said, well, for one thing, I totally get this post. Sexism comes to mind first. As a society, we can thank the media for most of the myths. Both sexes are equally tempted and equally fail. I personally believe men just get caught more. Just my opinion. And the reason is women have more loose social related to it. So no, hold on. Women have more to lose socially related to it. So they have almost mastered the art of deception. And I believe cheating is actually more of a me problem than a we problem. In most cases, just my thoughts. Said, had a great live last night. Thank you. Appreciate you. Because I'm going to do a show tomorrow. Yes, I am. I'm going to do a show tomorrow, and I want the sisters in the building. I'm going to do an open panel. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Because the women are saying that the women, y'all cheat more. And fellas, we've been called dogs for so long. Niggas ain't shit. Niggas is dogs. They'll sleep with anything. Aga, booga, booga, booga. But a woman says that women master the art of deception. And that's something we should have a good show about. Let me do it tomorrow. But back to Miss Assata Shakur. Donald Trump, pay attention to this. He always doing something at the end.
From American justice, including the return of the cop killer, Joanne Chesimard. President
AKA Assata Shakur. Hold on now, sis. East New York said, no, not true. You know, hold up. Mm-hmm. You know, all y'all got to do is hook up that snap that thing on back. You know that, right? The ladies in the building right now, if you know what the snap that thing on is, the snap that thing on back, what is it? Y'all master the snap that thing on back. You act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Yo, my fellas, do y'all know anything about the women in the snap that thing on back? Yo, artists, do you know what the snap that thing on back is? AP? Frank Boo? Anybody know? Mr. I Think For Myself? Drop Guard? OG Bobby? Jace? Anybody know what the snap that thing on back is? Savannah said, it means you ready to go to sleep. We got 10 seconds for Savannah coming in the building. We got 10 seconds for Savannah coming in the building. If she's been here for a month, she knows that nobody is exempt from the 10-second gun. I ain't gonna give you the second 10 seconds when you said it's time's up. I'm not. Thank you, Artist Morrison. Thank you, Artist Morrison. Thank you, Artist Morrison. Most hated, I see you in the building. Thank you, Artist Morrison. The snap that thing on back is the hot water in the tub in the vinegar. That's the snap that thing on back. You see everybody laughing now. Now all of a sudden Savannah laughing. Now all of a sudden Angel laughing. Well, why they laughing then, East New York, with your bougie self? Well, of course, the ladies in the chat did not know that. So what the hell they laughing at? They know what that snap that thing on back is. That's from an old slave. It was a slave that started that shit back in the days. I don't want Earl or no master came by here, put that tub of water with that hot water and go get that vinegar out the kitchen. I don't want him to know what happened with master. He gonna kill him. That's that snap that thing on back. That shit came from slavery. That's a fact, AP. That's a fact. My man said, yo, that's that bag on that bathroom door. My grandmother had this shit. Yo, Frank Boo, that's a fact. That's that snap that thing on back. Trying to act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Ain't no goddamn wives' hotel. Yeah, it is a wives' hotel because only wives can do it. And a nigga never know nothing. I never know nothing. Nigga, oh, this thing feeling, oh, shit. That's vinegar and hot water, nigga. That's vinegar and hot water. Nigga, oh, shit, what you doing, man? You felt like this, boy. You got a nigga talking like he got Down syndrome. That's hot water and vinegar, nigga. That's hot water and vinegar. Always on some shit. That's fucked up.
Trump has called for Cuba to cover up. Secretary of State Marco Rubio tells Fox News, quote, the Cuban regime continues to provide safe haven for terrorists and criminals, including fugitives from the United States. The brutal killing of New Jersey State Trooper Werner Forster will never be forgotten, and we will never stop fighting for justice. There are an estimated 70 American fugitives living in Cuba. In 1975, banker Frank Connor was killed in a New York City terrorist bombing. The suspected FALN bomb maker, Willie Morales, is also in Cuba.
We have these convicted terrorists 90 miles from home. We have the economic leverage on Cuba to bring them back, cut the deal, bring these guys back, and then we'll talk about how we're going to assist Cuba in the future.
It makes you mad. It makes you mad that Cuba harbors these terrorists and these fugitives.
A Senate bill named for Connor and Forster calls for the fugitives' extradition. It is sponsored by Florida Senator Rick Scott.
We got to understand who the regime in Cuba is. We've got to hold them accountable. We have to make sure there's no money that goes there. It's disgusting that some killer like this would be just roaming the streets in Cuba.
Colonel Callahan says he and his fellow troopers will not rest until Chesimard is behind bars. You want her back?
I'd want her back yesterday. And I have Trooper Forrester's handcuffs ready to go on her when she lands on that tarmac, wherever she is.
Yeah.
Those handcuffs are ready. But the Trump administration has been ramping up sanctions against Cuba. That means there is now new hope. The White House will finally be able to bring Chesimard.
Yo, Shots, what up, beloved? They trying to bring Assata Shakur and all the other people that escaped justice, allegedly, that was freedom fighters or activists, political panthers, so forth and so forth, that just had to get away because of the foolishness over here. Trump about to sign for them to come over here. Like, this shit is going crazy, bro. This shit is really going crazy. And my sister said I had to get 10 seconds, though. I ain't gonna front. I gotta get 10 seconds. See, I be fucking up some time too. Shout out to the ladies in the building. You dig what I'm saying? I got a throwback for y'all. Throwback Tuesday. Let's get it right. Fair YouTube usage. Let's rock and roll. That's when I was fucking with Faith. 1, 2, Freddie, I see you in the building. I don't fuck with Faith no more. No, I don't fuck with Faith no more. No, I don't fuck with Faith no more. No, I don't fuck with Faith. Faith broke my heart like I was dating her. I don't fuck with Faith. I don't fuck with Faith. The night Biggie Smalls got shot. Y'all can look this up. Y'all think it's a joke. There was a gentleman that was at the hospital with her the night that Big got killed. And that gentleman convinced her to take B.I.G. off her chest. And when she decided to start fucking with Stevie J, I said, how do you fuck with your son's godfather? That's why this shit with Pap and Remy that shit don't really, I feel bad as them too, but tell you the truth, I've been waiting for it to happen. I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna front because it was too much focus on Pap and Remy. When they went, I knew where their bad luck came from. I'm gonna tell you where their bad luck came from. Love and Hip Hop. Anybody that's went through Love and Hip Hop, whether it's Atlanta, California, Florida, Miami, Tennessee, Arkansas, Virginia, they get bad luck. They get bad luck. They got bad luck. Do any of y'all know who this is? See if y'all know who this is right quick. Anybody know who that is? Anybody but a dead body know who that is? That's a comedian by the name of Ha Ha Davis. That's a comedian by the name of Ha Ha Davis. Ha Ha Davis. If y'all don't know who Ha Ha Davis is, let me pull up some Ha Ha Davis for you. Pull up some Ha Ha Davis, because this is Ha Ha Davis. I want y'all to understand who this is. Comedian, been on YouTube for a while. This is crazy. This is crazy right here. This is crazy. Been on YouTube for a while. Been getting a lot of money. And I want y'all to hear what the lady got to say. Right quick. Let me get rid of this picture right quick. Pardon me, y'all. This is crazy. It's getting a lot of money. But check this out.
Harrowing tale, a barrage of bullets and a woman playing dead to keep from being killed. The Dearborn Heights woman is recovering in the hospital now. She's lost her hand, but thankfully not her life. She says her ex-boyfriend opened fire on her home. She tried to dodge, but was hit several times, and her fiance was also wounded. Fox 2's Camila Mary spoke with her about what could have been death. Social media comedian Ha Ha Davis is behind bars for no laughing matter here. He is accused of domestic violence. The Detroit native, whose real name is Carlos Davis, was arrested by Utica police on Friday. Investigators haven't released any additional information on the victims. We don't know much about the circumstances. Davis is being held at the Macomb County Jail on a $5,000 cash surety bond.
That's crazy.
Davis was arrested by Utica police on Friday. Investigators haven't released any additional information on the victims. We don't know much about the circumstances. Davis is being held at the Macomb County Jail on a $5,000 cash surety bond.
And the young lady looks around. Maybe she's Hispanic. She looks Hispanic. fair-skinned lady. That's a fact, Shot. Same thing I said. Because he obviously be on something crazy. But domestic violence, that right there just made his whole comedic career go to the... Anybody gonna want to work with him now? Now, I can say if he was Kevin Hart or some shit like that, he ain't Kevin Hart, he Ha Davis. Domestic violence, that shit is gonna be beating on your fucking girl. And the part I don't understand is why they say he's still waiting in jail for a $5,000 bond. Every time I turn around, he's doing skits and shows and guest appearances. Man, all that money with no self-control. I'm gonna give y'all a jewel before I get out of here. Old timer told me a long time ago, he said, it's okay to be angry. Rage is what gets people in trouble. He said, you got to know how to control your rage. And I ain't understand it. He said, yo, check this out. He said, back in the days when there were slaves, right? He said, say a man that is with his children and his wife on somebody's plantation. He knows every now and then, periodically, there may be a chance that the master or the master's help may come and have their way with his wife. Of course, that would make any man furious. That's human nature to be upset, to be angry. But the rage, you have to learn how to control. Now, he could have killed the master. He could have killed one of the master's help for sexually assaulting his wife, but there would have been a price to pay. Maybe he wouldn't have got killed, but he would have been sold off. If he wouldn't have got sold off, his kids would have got sold off. Or they did a package deal. They'd have sent his lady and his kids off. If he learns how to control his rage, he'll have a better walk in life. Angry, everybody gets angry. It's nothing wrong with getting angry. It's an emotion. But what comes with the anger, the rage inside, that's what you got to learn how to control. Remember when y'all heard that first, man. Let's rock out with Jaffe, man. Appreciate y'all all for pulling up. Another day alive, another day free. Y'all know the rest of the slogan. Let's go.
Free, why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?